everything in Streamlabs, but we're back, dude.
Recording in progress.
All right. Did it early.
Yeah, nice.
Let's see. I see us live. Look at us.
I need to open the dock real quick. I feel like it's been a while, and I'm like not in my flow right now. I didn't get my little dock opened up. Here we go. Okay.
All
we're
right,
good on
we ready,
Twitch.
guys?
Yeah, checking YouTube. Yep, we're good.
All right. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Okay. Dude, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that. My name is Mark,
And I'm Vic.
and we are To Live and Talk in LA. Oh, what a treat I have for me and you and all the listeners who've been around since day one.
This is big.
This is a big one. It's a reunion show. If you have been following, I don't know, this show for a while, you've probably heard me talk about the old show. Maybe you listened to the old show, but the old show was Not Another Monday, and it was with me, and it was with Rosie, and Rosie's here.
This is a
Yay,
real
I'm
treat for the
here.
long-term listeners, man. This is what they've been waiting for.
I know it could be the ex-girlfriend meeting the new girlfriend. It could be the, like when a character on a TV show leaves and then they come back and it's like this really big thing. Rosie, you're that TV show character that came back.
I'm here. I'm here, and I came to look at Vic in the eye so I could be like, "Oh, you're my replacement."
It's you, huh?
It's
Yeah,
you, huh?
I had a little bit of anxiety leading up to this episode because I was getting in my head about this confrontation. But I'm feeling good now. I mean, vibes are good.
Yeah, everything's fine.
We're
Everything's
okay.
fine.
And
We
you
got
know
it out of our
what?
system.
It's all right, babes. We can all fuck.
I don't know about that.
we can all do it. That's the true essence of it. And we are, because we're doing the podcast. And Rosie, you're here with us until I've been talking LA, dude. What's up?
What's up? To live and talk in LA, huh? You
Yeah.
couldn't. You had to
do.
put LA in the name.
Well, yeah, I feel like when we named the show Not Another Monday, we named like it was the kind of same trajectory as how we got to Live and Talk in LA, but Not Another Monday was a lot faster. We're like, well, we had to set a date because you know how I am, which is if we don't set a date, we don't do it, we'll never fucking do the podcast. That's a
Yeah.
tip for
That's
any
real.
losers who say they want to do something and they don't do it. So I said we are going to start the podcast, and I think we threw out like 3 or 4 names. I can't remember what any of them were, but Not Another Monday was one of them, and we said I think that one's the one. You said that's a good one, and let's run with it. With To Live and Talk in LA, I was like, like the reason why I loved there's a Carmelo Anthony has his own YouTube podcast, and it's called 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. I'm like, that's a cool name. And I was like, maybe we can do something with LA, and like
With the LA in it.
Yeah,
I'm like,
and
yeah, I had to. You had to do it.
I had
Gotta
I had
tack
to
it
do
on
it.
there.
Something.
Get some
You
street
had
cred.
Do you remember some of the names that we were spitballing, Victor?
There was a wide range of bad options there. I think this is good. I had a whole notebook of just stuff that's just absolute not great, not catchy.
Cringeworthy
But you gotta
shit.
get there. You gotta work through it. Naming something is hard. I can't imagine. I don't have any children. Like naming a person forever, it's like so hard. It felt almost like that to me. It's hard. A lot of pressure.
It's probably harder than naming your kid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because you
'cause-
can always rebrand a podcast. Like, if next week you guys get bored, boom, you could rebrand it and just be like, "We're rebranding," and change your name.
See, with a
We're-
kid, you can just pick one of the run-of-the-mill names. You can name them Brandon, Michael, Jeff, whatever these basics, George. You're good to go. Those are golden names,
Yeah,
With
well-
a podcast, tough.
Well, who the fuck names a baby Carl? Like you look at a baby, you're like, this baby is Carl. Like that's just like such a, like I feel like you have to evolve to a Carl.
Yeah. Oh,
Well,
maybe
it's
their
probably
name's
short for
Carlos.
something. Yeah, it could be short for something.
I feel like Carls are white dudes, though. They're not named Carlos, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, there's Carlos,
Carlton.
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 Okay, Those
Is
are
it
the only two names I
Charles?
know.
Is it short for Charles? Carl?
No.
They're just
I don't
named
know.
Carl.
Short for Charles is like Charlie.
Okay, well here you don't have to tell us the name. We've never said the name of your kid, Rosie. But how did you come up with the name for your kid? Because you have a daughter.
Um, I think it was like a random episode of The Simpsons, and I was like, oh, I like that name. Let me use that name. It's
Is
not a
that
main
the
character, but
Hmm.
like, you know.
Was it the one that was the Hellraiser? That was Reverend Lovejoy's daughter.
Yes, I believe so.
See, I'm
Yeah.
fucking good at this, dude.
Wow, he's a true fan.
TV again. I remember that episode. That's Reverend Lovejoy's daughter.
Like, I think I was debating, and then I heard it, and I was like, you know what? That's it.
Hmm.
Because I've always been a fan of like names you can make short, or like I like names that could either like a short name that could either be like a man or a woman's name, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Alex, you know, even like Charlie can be like a girl or a boy. I like names that are like unisex like that.
I like names that you can shorten. I do think if I have children, I'm gonna name them something that has a cool built-in nickname, because names that you cannot nickname or shorten with your boys, it sucks kinda. I guess they'll come up with something anyway, but if you can have them have a baked-in nickname, I think that helps them in like social environments. Not to like metagame this whole thing, but
Well, I mean,
that's true.
that's the issue with my name being Mark. It's one syllable. You can't make it any shorter.
It's already yeah.
I'm just Mark.
It's tight though. It's good.
Marcus Lee.
Yeah, if my name was Marcus, okay, then that would be shorthand. But no, it's not. It's Mark. That's kind of lame. I'm kind of pondering life for that. I've been pondering life for the last
Do you have a middle
8
name?
weeks. No, actually, if I were to get really technical with it, my full first name, like a true Filipino, is Mark Christopher.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, one of my other Filipino names, I mean, friends has a like double name like that, and it's something
Yeah.
with Chris. Why?
I don't know.
That's really funny. That's pretty cool.
Filipinos are kind of like extravagant with the names. I don't know why that's the case, but I have 2 first names.
Yeah, we call my friend Ramon, but then he has a whole other double agent name that his like sisters call him. I thought that was really weird.
What's everyone's middle name here then?
I don't have one.
Victor?
He has one he doesn't like because look at his face.
I know. What is it like? Carlton? Was I ripping on Carl too hard and your name is Carl?
I'm just like, fuck. How did this happen? It was never supposed to come up. No, my middle name is Ruben. It's okay.
Ruben. That's
Yeah.
so Mexican, bro.
I know. It kind of feels
Dude.
like it. It's fine.
That's pretty vato though.
My cousins call me Ruben Jr. because there's multiple
Oh.
juniors in my dad's side of the family. That's the only
Mhm.
people in the world who know me or call me that.
Yeah.
Is people from my dad's side of the family, because there's like 6 juniors.
You're kind of breaking the mold because most Rubens I know are like heavy set dudes.
Big Rube. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean you're named after a sandwich. You have to kind of be that way, don't you?
Yeah. You gotta like pull your weight. You gotta show up.
Well, Rosie, you're back, and a lot has changed since you've stepped out of the podcasting world. I don't know if you know this, but our podcast on Apple Podcast is transcribed, so anything you say will be written into the written word.
We made it.
Oh, awesome.
Hmm.
So just knowing anything you say, penis will be translated into text because we have interns in Bangladesh now.
Is that how that works?
Hmm.
That's how I like to think.
That's
so.
it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so but just know that it'll be there for you. Back in the day, we did the show, Not Another Monday, and we took a long detour to get back to back on topic. But we had a good run. We started it during COVID. Do you remember the good times of the podcast?
Yeah, I do. It was fun times.
You were my unofficial therapist during the
Yeah,
COVID
we were
times.
we were each other's therapists. That's what we'd say.
Is that how the podcast came to be? You guys were just venting, and you're
Yeah.
like, you know what? We should just like record
Because
this.
you can't like go out and like talk to people, so it's like we would talk to each other
Yeah,
and then just record it.
I mean, that's how we're doing the podcast now, Victor, which was, I didn't know. I thought you had to be in person to do a podcast, which, I mean, being in person is nice. If you can do a podcast in person, it's a different energy. But we were in a true essence of there's something going on out there and it's kind of bunk, so probably stay put. And that was COVID. So we started kind of scouring around, and I was looking around at the podcast world. And I one of the people who I met along the way, League of Ridiculous Conversations, they were doing a podcast. I was like, well, if it looks like that's kind of a thing that's happening, let's make it happen. So that's how Not Another Monday happened. So even though me and Rosie weren't even in the same county, but we made the podcast work.
We did. We had a good run.
We had a good
Then
time.
Vic had to come in and ruin everything. No, I was just kidding.
Hey, whoa. I feel like, the tension is back.
Guys, it's okay.
Guys.
Yeah,
No,
I think-
I'm totally kidding. I think I went through like a really bad depression like after I hurt myself, and I just like, I don't know, my heart wasn't there anymore for it, I guess.
Mhm.
It's not something that I wanted to do every week. Come on the podcast and talk about how depressed I was because I can't walk. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, all right,
That's
like,
fair.
yeah, I it's funny because you mentioned that, it's in the same vein, which is you had a leg injury. What was your leg injury?
I had a tore ACL, MCL, and my kneecap dislocated.
And how did that happen?
Whoa, yeah. What's the story?
I was at emo night with my niece, and I slipped on like a wet floor.
Fucking emo night.
Yeah. And I ended up falling, like going up a stair. So when I fell, like my foot hit the stair like really hard. So then when the bounce back, like my knee went out of place.
Oof.
Yeah.
And they were like, get up. And I'm like, I literally can't get up. Like, I'm like, I think my leg is broken. Like I could feel it.
Yeah.
You knew right away then. You didn't have
Yeah.
to go get
And then when I stood up, I felt it go back into place, but I couldn't walk on it. Like something was obviously wrong with it, you know? So
You had a lot of stuff going on though. All the same leg. That's like a lot of trauma.
yeah.
Your leg was confused.
Yeah. In the chat, did you just yell, "I'm not okay"?
Or did you yell my leg like SpongeBob?
Yeah.
No, I didn't yell that. I think Avenged Sevenfold was playing, and now I have like PTSD whenever I hear like that song. I'm like, nope, skip it.
The
Like,
guitar riff first. It starts.
let's change the
Oh.
song.
Yeah.
So you can't hear that song.
No, I can't. And I don't think I'll ever be able to go to like emo night again, honestly. Just because it's just like, I don't know, it holds like a weird place now.
It's bad. It's a bad energy there. Yeah.
Yeah,
You need
yeah.
somewhere with with chairs.
Mhm.
Something chill.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I still go to concerts, but like you're not gonna catch me in like the pit or anything or like
Right.
GA. I'll probably just like VIP or second story for the rest of my life.
I envy those people in VIP. I went to the Palladium and I saw these people sitting in chairs up there, like
Yeah,
getting up
that's
and
me now.
looking, and then they'd go
I
back
mean,
down and sit.
No,
I'm
you
just like,
can
"Oh,
stand you
God."
can stand up there too, so it's not that bad.
You can do either one. You have the choice, but you can sit.
Yeah,
And then if you want to
yeah,
sit, you can see.
yeah.
And I'm just like, oh my God, what is that life? Like being able to sit down and see the show, that's fucking crazy. You don't get that.
It's like you're looking into the Hunger Games. You're looking up, and people are just like the high class and the elite are up
Yeah.
there. Just
Yeah, I always look down at those people on the bottom like, oh, I would hate to be down there.
yeah, I mean, they can already see up your nose, but you turn your nose up even higher. Like, I'm enjoying this band. I'm enjoying Coldplay from here while you guys are in the pit. because
Yeah.
Coldplay's a pit band. No, I mean, I feel that too because I was playing basketball, and when I was playing basketball, I did a move that I've done a million times. It's a patented move that always works.
Move.
Yeah, it's the move. It's my move. It's like, it's like reaching around the back door. That's my move. But in basketball, I pivoted, put my weight down, and when I pushed off, I heard the pop. It felt like someone kicked me in the back of the leg, and I went down. And Rosie, offline, he asked me like, "Have you cried?" Like not like from the pain, but like from recovery. I was close to crying and freaking out because I was like, I'm going to New Orleans. I have all these life changes going on right now. What's going on? And then I was freaking out. And then there was a bunch of random black dudes I've never even seen before. And I'm like, they can't see me cry. They can't see me cry. So I laid down face first and just had to like breathe and then just come back and pull it together and be like, okay, I'm going to limp off the court. So I was able to limp off the court. But after my recovery, now I'm like 4.5 weeks in, 5 weeks in. I don't know if I want to go back to basketball.
What?
I'm kind of like the Avenged Sevenfold here. I'm like, the recovery process is such a bitch. I don't know. I do not want to go through this recovery again. It's the fucking worst, dude. And it's like,
It's gonna be like that for a really long
Yeah.
time. Like
Mm.
even like normal things that like you think you should be do. Like me, for example, like in March of next year, it'll be 2 years since I like fell, right? But I still struggle to do normal things without like thinking, oh my God, I'm gonna hurt myself again. Like, when you like want to throw yourself on the couch and like fold your knee and like land on your knee, the comfy way to like sit on your couch.
Yeah.
I still don't do that. Like, because I'm still like, oh my God, like I'm gonna hurt myself. And then it's like I don't even like get on my knees like to get stuff
Mhm.
from under the bed anymore. Like I literally like
Oh my gosh.
slide off of my bed because I'm still scared like that I'm gonna hurt myself again. Like it's gonna
changed
take a
you.
really long time for you to like feel like you're gonna be okay. Like even with the stairs, like it took a really long time for me to walk foot, 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 foot. I was constantly like foot, grab my other foot, foot, grab my other foot. Like it's just gonna be one of those things that's like it's gonna take you a really long time to be
Mhm.
comfortable again to do that.
I
Yeah.
still don't really want to go snowboarding that much. People will tell me, I'm like, I don't know, because I got that massive concussion a while ago, and I'm just like scared. So I get that. Actually, that's pretty fair.
Dude, but having a concussion seems pretty cool. At least it seems like you're going down some weird psychedelic trip.
Kinda, yeah. You do forget the whole thing, and it's kind of weird. It's foggy. I don't know if I would describe it as cool.
Yeah,
but-
okay.
But it was it's an interesting experience. I think I'm glad it happened once. Wouldn't do it again though. I think I'm done with the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Well, I refuse to say. Well, actually, no. It's because we're getting old. Like that's like the true essence of it. Like you're just getting old. When my doctor said you're in your 30s, this is a when you're playing sports, this is an injury that will happen. You're more likely to happen when you're 30s and above.
Don't tell me
It
that,
happens to
Doc.
people younger, sure.
And not only that, but did they tell you like when you have an injury like that or like what I have, like you're 70% more likely to re-injure yourself in that exact area again.
Yeah, it's
Like
all loose
70% is really fucking high. Like
I know it's never 70% of being able to touch Ariana Grande. Like your chances are this. Like it's always the worst case fucking scenario, and it's like I don't like those odds. I don't like those odds at all. I'm just trying to fucking. I don't know if I want to hoop again, dude. We'll see. Like I'm just trying to. I don't want to be helped into the shower. Not until I'm super old or super obese.
You know what? I think this is something that can make your guys' love and relationship stronger, though. Not to be therapist on you, but she taking care of you. It's like this tender beginning to the marriage, dude, and then it'll be all behind you pretty soon. Maybe it's not embarrassing.
Yeah.
You're
But,
like,
like,
yeah,
there's-
no.
Yeah, I mean, like that's how you know, like you're still trying to impress somebody, because like, as a guy, you're in pain in the shower, and you're like, and someone has to help you into the shower, and like, you're not at your best, if you know where I'm going with this. It's if you're unless
Yeah.
you're a shower. So like, while you're depressed, I'm like trying to think of like porn star Ariana Grande, like and giving myself a squeezer to get a little bit
chub
like
going,
blood
right?
going, because like I want to impress somebody, I want to impress the lady.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, it's as women.
instead you're like, can you help?
please, please. See, like, yeah, I have to just I tried to still impress, even at my worst. I was trying to impress. It's like, if you're gonna help me to the shower, at least I'm gonna have a little bit something to be a little proud of. And it didn't happen. Well, yeah, and then Not Another Monday was a good run, and like we had over 100 episodes, right? Like I think that's
Yeah.
like, where we had that. So like we could
Quite a
have taken
milestone.
you, yeah, you could have driven across the country and back and probably had and heard all of our shows, which I hope you did.
That's a real challenge for the listeners. Do the whole catalog front to back and see if you can make it.
What was that lady that wore a diaper across the country and then she got pulled over?
Oh,
Do you remember that lady?
I do, yeah.
I think we talked about her and we made a joke that she was listening to the podcast.
She just couldn't get up, you know?
She was
She was locked in.
Well, I think like doing the show during COVID was, and then we were slowly evolving and getting back out into the world. But there were some like really good moments and stories that it actually still resonates with me today. Like, you know, the greatest hits. Like in my head, I took these notes down. There was, I don't remember her name, but it was the chick who pissed on her crowd.
Oh yeah, from I don't know the band's name, but like we were saying how she fucking drank like a whole gallon of water and then like pissed on someone on stage.
Yeah. There's some. Do you remember that video, Victor, of a front woman just peeing on a fan?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what her name was because I've seen this and I
It
don't
was
remember now.
like Sophie something because the pun was Sophie Uranista. Like that was, but like it I could have gone my whole life not really understand because I don't watch, you know,
Sophie
some
Urista.
yeah.
It's right there. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you just typed in Sophie Uranista and Not Another Monday came up on Google. That's great. But like,
Yeah, SEO.
At the velocity of this woman urinating on someone, I never knew what happened like that. I don't know if that was because she was standing or something, but that thing came down hard.
This gives new meaning.
Yeah, her stream was wild. It was like literally so powerful.
All right, let's see what's.
It
I'm
kind of
gonna
reminded
save
me.
this video.
It kind of reminded me of Flashdance. You know when she pulls the rope and then the fucking water just falls on her. It was kind of like at that velocity.
Why did she pee on the fan?
The,
Did they
the-
want
that
to?
guy, yeah, the guy wanted to get peed on, I think.
Dude, that's so weird.
Wasn't his like mouth opening or something?
Dude, it's a lot. Oh, sorry, I'm reacting to this live. It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's
That
crazy.
can't be real. That has to be a water bottle or something. There's no way, dude. That's like a fountain.
Because every time you hear a woman go in the toilet, it sounds like someone's frying chickens. Like, tss, like that thing was that shit was hard, bro.
He's got the sound clips today. Yeah, that was pretty intense. She's been holding it for days. That seems like you just got out of watching Lord of the Rings or something. You know, that was a tough.
The chat said that Ice Spice did the same thing. I didn't see that one.
Here I go googling again. Let's
Yeah.
see.
I don't like. I mean, out of the pick of the
I'm
litter,
like, let me Google.
if I had to pick of the litter of who is going to pee on me, it's not Ice Spice.
Ice Spice. Wait, this is the same video that I just looked up. Maybe it is Ice. No, this is weird. There's confusion happening.
Oh, Rosie in the chat sinfully says hi. It's like old times. Sin.
Oh, it's because she looks like Ice Spice.
I think I'm watching the Ice Spice video, and that's why I'm so
No, because
shocked.
they have the same hair. They have the same hair. They probably like confused it. I don't think it's her though.
Yeah, I think there's a mix-up here. There's no way this could be happening twice.
Rosie in the chat sinfully says hi.
Oh, hi. Hello.
See, this is we're like Oasis. People wanted to see us back.
After all the adversity, you know, the drama, they're back. They're back,
Yeah.
everybody.
Did you have Rosie? Did you have a good, like a favorite news story that we did that comes to mind? Because I have like one more that I have.
I don't know. We did a lot of really dumb ones. I think vaguely I remember one where like I thought it was like really cheap, like $3,000 to kill someone. Remember that? And I don't know what the joke was that you made about it, but I thought it was like the dumbest thing ever. I was like, wait, that's pretty cheap to like hire a hitman for like 3 grand.
That seems
Yeah.
too cheap.
Right?
mean,
Like I don't
we-
remember the scenario, but Mark made like a joke out of it, and I don't really remember. I just remember like the joke being so dumb that like I just didn't want to laugh at it.
Well, I vaguely remember that story because it's borderline insulting, which is you have to explain to people that I'm going down my joke files here, which is you have to explain to people that someone tried to kill you for the amount of $3,000, which is like it's kind of insulting. It's like it's too low of a price.
Yeah, you can't even like buy a car with that. Like, what are you?
Yeah, it's
why
so
are you
dumb.
gonna risk going to jail forever to kill this man for three G's? That's like,
Yeah.
I guess you have to start somewhere though, right? Like, what if it's like your first hit? What are you gonna charge? Full price? Like, you have to get references.
Well, but as a business person, once you give a discount, it'll always be expected
true.
because what's going to happen when that first person comes back? Like, hey, what the fuck, bro? You did this for $3,000 last time.
You have to know your worth.
Yeah, you have to know your. I mean, I get it. Like, you have join a mentorship program of hitmen, right? Like, earn your
Wait, was
stripes
it a
on them.
hit? Was it a hit on a baby? Because I
It
think you
was a
said something.
baby.
Yeah, and
It was a
because you
fucking
said
baby.
you
Yeah.
said it was like $1,000 for every year that like it was alive or something.
Yeah,
The bounty was growing.
because it's so easy.
It was a baby. I could kill a baby for less because I don't know. That's
Careful.
Oh yeah,
careful.
okay, I found it. I found it. It was Florida mom accused of trying to hire a hitman to kill her 3-year-old son
For $3,000. Yeah.
for $3,000. Yes,
mean-
that's why. That's why it was a stupid joke here. Like, oh, it's because he's charging for every year that the kid was alive.
That's some Casey Anthony shit, dude. Like, ask Casey Anthony. She took care of it. I saw Casey Anthony. Oh no, wait. Casey Anthony went to Disney World the day after I left.
Wow.
Would you have asked her for a photo?
I I mean, I'm in her neck of the woods. I feel like the Florida, I could get away with it.
Do
I
you
don't
think
I
she
could-
would have been like, no, like I don't want to be pictured here. I don't want people to know that I'm still alive.
Yeah, I guess it would be fucked up of me if I were to think like, I can't believe Casey Anthony wouldn't take a picture with me, huh? What a fucking bitch.
Yeah, yeah, I'll just rip it on her for the rest of the time.
There would be something wrong if she's like, all right, get in here. Where's my beer? Let me put my arm around you and take a picture. Like that.
She's like, buy me a drink, guy.
Like, hey, fuck you. Buy me a drink first, and then we take a photo. I'm like, all right. And Modelos are $20 at Disney World, but sure, why not? There was another favorite story I had was this dude cheating at chess, and the way he cheated was he was using anal beads.
Legend.
Do you remember that?
I
Yeah,
remember that story.
He was using anal beads to cheat at a chess tournament. And the reason why I remember that, Rosie, was because recently someone just got caught cheating because
Wait, how do you do that?
Didn't you have something like up his ass that would like shock him and
Yeah.
tell him school like moves?
so someone's watching the game and it's like, I guess a quick buzz for yes. And
Oh,
like, you know,
like
you're
Morse
hovering your
code or
mouse
something.
over and you're like, like,
He's
and
just
you're
like, oh, I
like,
just have a tick. It's like, no.
yeah, have a tick. And then when you're getting a no, it's a
it
longer
accidentally electrocutes you.
buzz. You're like, so a long anal bead buzz, you're like, that's a no. Like, they don't pick that pawn up.
God, he's really dedicated to his craft, dude. You know, to
Yeah.
be willing to go to such lengths to win a chess tournament because, man, I'll tell you, I've seen too many videos on Reddit of people's phone batteries exploding, and I just watched a video. The
I
other
know,
day
that's
of
what I'm
this dude's
saying. Like,
microphone
what if
blowing
it
up in
goes
his
off or
face.
something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so
I'm not
weird.
putting anything with like batteries or electrical cables up.
Or
my ass.
imagine he gets like super nervous, so he gets like super sweaty, and then the beads get all like super wet, and then it, like just electrocutes him or something.
Or his dog jumps on the couch and fucking presses the remote for too long or something. You know, could be anything.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Well, the reason why is because there was a recent one where someone was caught cheating because they were going to the bathroom constantly, and but what they did was it was in a hotel, so cleaners found the phone like a day or two before, and there was a note that said, "Please don't use this phone. Like, don't take this phone. It's an emergency for anyone that's having a toilet emergency." So they put their own cell phone there and with a taped note saying, "Don't touch this. It's meant for it was a cheating phone. Is the guy planted a cheating phone, but he put it there for the cleaning staff and said, "Don't take this because this is the toilet emergency phone."
Did he run the
And they
building?
left it there?
He left it there.
Is there
And
their
then-
boss?
No, but the cleaning people didn't like move it. Like, why would they leave it there? It's obviously like not normal.
Yeah, they'd be like, "No, I work here. We don't leave cell phones
Yeah,
in every
what
toilet."
the fuck?
What are you talking
Right.
about, sir?
well, maybe they did take it because he goes to the bathroom and he starts screaming, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Yeah, like, oh my god, like I need my phone, and he was going for constant bathroom
It's
breaks.
a bad plan, though. You
It
must
is.
hide
Horrible
it
plan.
better, dude. You have to hide it better.
You got to do the anal beads.
I think somebody's
Sorry,
in
dude,
my
if you want.
house.
No.
They're back.
Oh my god.
Anyways, continue. Sorry.
Is this a B&E live on Twitch?
Yeah, really. You guys know. I'm typing in my address in the chat just in case. No, I think we're safe. I think it's my
Yeah.
girlfriend. Sorry. You just never get used to someone coming in
Yeah.
hearing people opening the door.
Oh, good, dude. Well, Rosie, what have you been up to since the podcast?
Yes, tell us.
Um, Not much. I actually lost my job that I had for a few years. My normal job. I'm not gonna give you guys the full deets on what happened there, but they tried to pretty much like cuck me out of my job and like put me on leave and kind of
Oh,
forced me
jeez.
to like basically resign on my own because I wasn't getting paid. So I ended up leaving and then I found a job pretty quickly. So everything's Gucci again.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you. Maybe it was my time, you know. They say that like you shouldn't stay somewhere that long because like when you stay at a company for that long, like they don't really pay you after a while, you know what I mean? You'll end
Oh
up
yeah.
making more money if you like go somewhere else. So maybe it was the universe's way to tell me that I needed to go.
That was your universe tearing your career's MCL and rebuilding you. And
Better,
then,
stronger.
yeah, now you're
Yeah,
better and stronger. While I appreciate the positivity that people tried to bring into your life, like people always say, you'll find something positive about this experience.
right? It's like
And I'm like,
it's like just let me be depressed. I know what you're talking about. It's like it's fine. I'll be fine.
Everything happens for a reason. New
yeah.
doorways will open in front of you.
I'm like,
Gets
when I
old.
look back at these memories, which right now they're not the memories, they're the now. I'm not going to look back and say I really miss the fact that I have to lean over while taking a dump because I'm wearing a cast. Like I will live in the negative quadrant of this experience forever, and I don't think I'm going to enjoy anything out of this. There was nothing my life was taken away from me and it was ruined. That's all I'm saying. No more
No,
positivity.
I mean that's how I felt. Like I felt like that. Like of course you feel like that, right? But it was weird. Like my first interview that I had was that job and I got it. I didn't take any other interview.
Mhm.
So I was like, man, I
Just
walked out
one
and I'm
and
like,
done?
yeah,
Yeah.
I still got it. I still got it, you know? Yeah, it
Damn.
was literally my first and only interview because I got the job.
Did
That's
you,
awesome.
as a new person, do you get to do all the fun stuff like the mandatory harassment training?
Yeah, that shit's so long and annoying. I hate those fucking videos.
Oh my God.
The sexual
It's really
harassment
bad.
videos. And then like when you're a manager, they show you the manager's one and it's like they're basically showing you like how not to use your power to like sexually harass people. It's like this is so dumb. Like you shouldn't have to tell people this. Like what?
I want to meet the person that's like, oh my God, I didn't know I couldn't grab my coworker's ass. Like, oh, thank God, like, for this video, because if it wasn't for this, I would totally be sexually harassing
Those
my
videos
peers.
are so dumb because they have like the worst editing
Oh,
done
no.
in them and then like the things they use like I think you showed me a picture of a still of like the phone where it was like opened like he was talking and it was like literally opened up on like the Pix app.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
hello, he's
dude.
not even on the fucking phone. Like they couldn't even dial a number to another phone to take the video.
See,
I'm
I can't follow this. You're like, no, this doesn't make sense. Plot holes.
well, no. When the sexual harassment training comes around, I'm excited. I love these things because traditionally they're poor production and like bad acting, but along the lines because everything's so digital and good now and produced, like they're trying to step up their game, but also hitting the mandatory required laws of like it's like how do you make a good story out of this, and you really can't, but they try their best, and they get these actors, and what Rosie was talking about was like this guy was on the phone, and I'm like, and it always like in TV shows and movies, like it's not iPhone specific. It's like if you have a smartphone, it's designed to go black when you put it on your ear. And it
Hmm.
always throws me off unless you're a boomer and you put on speaker and put it by your ear, then it doesn't go off. That's what boomers do, right? Like
Classic
speakerphone,
move. Yeah.
put it in the ear and do it. So it always takes me out of the scene when I do it. This one guy in the sexual harassment training opens up his camera and he's speaking to the camera. So like his camera is looking into this dude's ear canals,
Yeah,
ready to
like the
go.
camera's open and like you could totally see it. It's like they don't even like they don't even try very hard to like edit the videos correctly. Like they're all done like they're such shit basically. Like you can't even take them seriously. And then I want to know who fails these questions. like the like multiple choice questions at the end, they're like basically it's like asking you like, oh, as a manager, is this okay? Is it okay to like harass, your employee and tell them that you'll give them like a better position if they do sexual favors for you? Who's actually saying, yeah, they have to do it because I asked them to? Like,
Are
why
they
is that one of the
screening these
options?
questions? Yeah,
Like,
like
what?
this. We need to send these to the FBI afterwards or
I don't.
something. You know?
Well, and you know how like these days, like in commercials, like the you can't make the bad guy like in the commercial of like the home security. You can't make the minority the robber anymore. So you have to pick the white dude to make sure that they're the bad guy. This is my favorite thing now, which is they have women be the predators or the people who are sexually harassing the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's always good because it's like it's women doing their best guy impression too. It's it's not like women are just like like being raunchy. It's like this one chick, like she's redheaded, and she's hitting on this guy, touching his muscles, and she's giving the stank face. Like that's what guys do when they sexually harass people. They give the stank face. I fucking loved it, and I took a picture of it, and it's my iPhone wallpaper. It's like this is the look of a super horny chick. Because I've never seen one before. So now I know, like, if a girl is ever giving you that face, Victor, and we'll post the picture,
Give me
then
a
you'll
nudge.
know.
Yeah.
Then you'll know that you're being hit on or possibly sexually harassed.
Yeah, something bad or awesome is about to happen. I don't know. Keep the eyes peeled.
Yeah. I'm the only one that loves that training, guys. Like I'm the only
It's
one
so
that,
fucking long for no reason too.
you
Like I
can't
can't
skip.
stand it. No.
So
It is literally
bad.
like 120 minutes long, not considering the time it takes to have to answer all the questions too.
you know.
It's like, no.
you they've even done the thing where if you navigate away from the tab or the browser, it pauses.
You can't do that. That's not fair.
And it's like, all right, dude.
Yeah, if you try to do something while you're doing it, it like doesn't let you. You can't do anything.
It's diabolical. And there needs to be a federal mandate. I haven't said that since Not Another Monday. I feel like there needs to be a federal mandate where the government needs to step in because this is going to happen down the road where we can't skip ads. And like if you leave the YouTube app, like the tab, and you leave it open but you switch over, it's going to pause and wait till you come back and finish. Like, I'm not done, bitch. I'm here to sell you fucking Duolingo and you're going to watch me. Like, we need to get ahead of that. I don't want that to happen. It's going to happen.
Twitch does that to me already. I'll open a couple streams and then they'll both be ads, and I'll open something else and they're both still ads when I come back, and I'm like, why are you doing this to me? I just close the browser and leave. I'm so sensitive to ads
Because
now.
it wants you to buy like the
Jesus.
whatever the nitro is on there.
Yeah, Nitro Prime, whatever. And I'm like, no, thank you. And yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I try to skip ads all the time. I usually mute my computer and walk into another room. If they start disabling the mute button, I'm fucked. There's no escape because that's what I do. I'm a muter.
You see, I don't mind ads. I think ads are like, because commercials and ads in real time will tell you where you are. Because I can think of the 90s, I can think of the 80s based on the commercials. And I think we're lacking that now. So in the 2010s and 20s or the aughts or whatever you call it, we don't really have a commercial, except the closest thing we have to it is Nicole Kidman at the AMC theater watching a movie. Like, that's the closest thing we'll have to an iconic commercial that we have. But Hulu, and this is the opposite of an ad for Hulu. When you get the ad version of Hulu, they pound you into submission with the same fucking two commercials over and over and over again.
I know, I hate that
That
shit. And they're
works,
so
though.
long. They're
Yeah.
long.
They're they're long and they're 2 minutes long, and they will cycle through the same three commercials. It'll be the Kia, the car Kia. It'll be Tide, and it'll be some like fucking Better Health shit. And it's aggressively long, and it pounds you into submission to get the ad-free version, and that is fucked up.
Did it work on you?
The first 10 minutes.
Yeah,
they
'cause
also do
I'll
the
tap
ones
out
where-
really fast.
but Hulu's the one also that's like choose what experience you want, and it makes you like pick like ones that cater to you, and you're like, I don't want any of these. Like, why are you
This
making
doesn't
me
make it
pick
better.
one?
Yeah. I want the anal beads that'll help me cheat at chess. What do you got, YouTube? No, but that it drives me nuts. Like those commercials. I want commercials to be what they like, iconic commercials, and we don't have that anymore. There's no where's the beef. There's no.
It's because people don't really watch TV anymore. It's all like online TV. It's all like online services.
Yeah.
The only TV that people watch is like, okay, like when there's like sports or like the Super Bowl or like
The
something
news.
major, you know?
No.
That's when there's good commercials, but that's it.
Yeah. Like, well, I mean,
Even Super
that's
Bowl
how it should
commercials are kind of falling off. I think they're not even as good anymore because they got their marketing spread out amongst Instagram and all kinds of other stuff. You know, I feel like the Super Bowl commercials are a little so-so.
and then you're paying $1 million for that.
Yeah, it's like, nah, we'll just do a Facebook ad that targets exactly who's gonna buy this. You know, leave it there.
Well, one day we'll have our podcast advertised at the Super Bowl.
That would be nice. I would even just take like those banners in a sports stadium somewhere. It didn't even have to be moving, just like a tarp in the outfield. That would be exciting for me. Just something.
Yeah,
We'll
I'm
see.
I'm actually kind of down with that. Well, Rosie, have you ever? And this is like a totally random thought. Like maybe with your fear of going to see a concert or to get into the pit, would you get a Vision Pro to experience the concert in real time?
Are they doing that now?
I think they're on the road to doing it.
That's
That's what the
pretty
Vision
cool.
Pro is supposed to do. Like it's supposed to emulate like a live sport. So the question's to both of you guys: would you get a Vision Pro if you could experience a concert or a sporting event?
I don't know, but that's like not really being there, right? It's just watching it through like something else.
Yeah, it's like watching a recording, but just a
It
little bit
doesn't-
more.
Yeah, I don't know.
It
It
would have to
doesn't
be
do it
really
for me.
kick ass. Like if it was really immersive, and like there was no gaps, and I could look around, maybe I would. But it also depends on the headphones. Like
They
That's
do
just-
that at the Inglewood thing. They play sports there. It feels like you're like on
Forum?
the field.
or
Yeah.
I mean
like,
no, not the forum, the other one.
what is it called? You know what I'm talking about, though, right? It's like
SoFi.
they do that thing where like you can go sit there and watch the games, but it feels like you're like basically there, like on the field watching the game. It's kind of like the Sphere, but like at a smaller level.
Someone went. Someone I know went to do that. Like
Yeah,
they went to see
yeah.
a soccer game at 5 a.m. and
Yeah.
they did that.
Yeah, they
That
do that
sentence
there.
does not
So
make sense
I
to
mean
me.
that seems like kind of like the same, concept. Just like there's more people around you.
Well, I mean, like you get it in hopes of an upskirt if you're watching a concert, right? You can be peed on virtually, without the mess. Not too shabby. In the chat, someone mentions it's election year, so all I get are election ads. That is
A lot of
true. I'm
election
getting
ads.
I'm,
And
I'm getting a lot
texts.
of election ads. Yeah, dude, the text messages are the fucking
It's
worst.
pretty bad now, man. Tim Walz and Kamala have been texting me like every day. Hey, it's Tim. Hey, it's Kamala. Okay, dude.
You're getting
know?
text.
Where did you guys agree to those? I've never gotten one of those texts in my life.
I don't agree to anything. I say no to everything. I hate ads. When I sign up for stuff, it says, "Hey, do you want to receive?"
You must
No.
have put your information somewhere because that's where you're getting them.
It's hard though. It's like, how do you not? I probably signed up for like my Nespresso account or something, and they sold my data. Like, who knows?
Well, I
Disney
mean-
Plus.
Yeah,
You can't
Don't
sue them for dying.
Mm-mm.
exactly.
Well-
Who knows what they signed me up for?
Isn't it like because you register the vote? Isn't that the thing?
Probably.
No, because I'm registered to vote too, and I've never ever received one of those texts.
Are you registered for a specific party? Or you just
No.
maybe that's why, because I'm registered.
Independent?
I'm a damn. I love those
This-
primaries, dude.
Today I got a text message from Joe. Not Joe Biden. It was Joe the firefighter, and he gave me like a wall of text of what he's like, what prop he's supporting, and I was like, dude, report his junk, bro. I don't want to.
Frick is
Sorry,
Joe?
Joe. Like, yeah, like he could have been like he could have been fighting a good fight of like, hey, like no more fires and abandoned women like in women's shelters. Like we're fighting this. I'm like, you've lost me, dude. I don't know what this is anymore. I've reported his junk.
They
I'm
get
just
those
tired of
reports back,
seeing
and they're so sad.
the propaganda on the yards and the cars. Like, There was a guy like before I got like my new job, like I was working like a little temp job like just in between to like make some money. So I was literally driving every day to Garden Grove, and every day was the worst day of my life on the 91 freeway because that freeway is the worst shit ever. But I would see so many people with like so many Trump flags and shit on their cars. Like how do they even see out of the fucking windows at that point? Like the flags are so big they're like wrapped around their whole fucking trucks. Like, what the fuck? How do they allow that shit? How do they not get pulled over? Like, they literally can't fucking see shit. Like, what the fuck?
You know, I always say I want a following, like, you know, like diehards. I am actually envious of these people. The fact that you have the bandwidth, the time, the energy, and apparently the money to do these things, like saran wrap your car with a fucking MAGA, like, you know, like a decal on it.
Yeah.
That's like, and I'm like,
I saw a Cybertruck with all that on it.
I don't love anything that much to do that.
Yeah, it's
Like,
crazy.
like what's going, like, what is going on, and how can I capture that love for something like you do? Because obviously you're passionate, you might be insane, but you love it. And I like everything for me. I'm like, at best I'll tolerate it. Like, yeah, that's fine. Like, how do you love something that much?
Say the same
I
thing
don't
about
know.
tattoos.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't
Yeah,
like
the
anything.
Cybertruck. Cybertruck had a whole mega wrap on it. Like somebody paid top money to
Mhm.
fucking wrap the whole Cybertruck to make it look even uglier.
Well, this isn't in your neck of the woods necessarily, but did you see in Coachella, the Donald Trump rally?
At Coachella?
Yes.
Yeah, and
Wow.
You
how
know
like,
the funny thing about that is I had to sit for training with the guy yesterday and the first thing out of his mouth was, "Oh, I went to a Trump rally this weekend." And I was like, "Oh." Like
Not
what
a
was I
great
supposed
way
to
to introduce
what,
yourself.
what was I supposed to say? Like those are like the first words out of your mouth. Like
he's
I
like,
was like,
wait, why aren't you slipping down your chair because you're so wet right now? Of how cool that is. I don't get it, lady.
Yeah,
Like,
that's his opener. He either knows you're in or you hate him, and it's like he
yeah.
doesn't have to waste his time.
No, and then it got progressively worse because he started talking about Elon Musk, and I was like, oh no. And then he was
God.
like, yeah, he's such a smart guy. And then he kept going, and then I had to literally say something. I was like, I don't like Elon Musk. I think he's a fucking weirdo. And then he kind of like stopped talking about it. So maybe he got the hint after that. But it's just like, why are those your opening statements to someone you've never even talked to
People keep
before?
fucking censoring me, bro. Everywhere I go, dude. That's what he's
I wanted
thinking
to be
now.
like,
It's
I'm
on his
sorry,
voice.
no politics in the office. Please
Yeah.
stop talking.
Yeah.
You're sexually harassing me, like with this. I don't know where it's going. Well, like I
HR.
bring up, I bring up the Coachella thing because the parking lot was 5 miles away from the rally, so people were being shuttled into the rally. But at the end of the rally, there was only one bus
I
running.
saw that.
Yeah, he didn't pay for them to get rides back, right, from the bus service, is what I heard.
Yeah, it, again, the fact that you were able to be as disillusioned, which was like this guy was like I saw on Reddit, and this guy was like tweeting over and over like the timeline, and he's like, something has to be going on. The libs must be getting involved and fucking up the rides here. Donald Trump needs to look into this. I'm like, dude, this guy's swaying, listening to YMCA at his next fucking gig. He's not even caring, dude. But you love him. You love him, and how
And
do
he
I
didn't
get
even
that?
blame him, not once through his whole like,
No.
his whole rant, like fucking, 5 paragraphs. He didn't say anything bad about him. Not once thought that it was this man that ruined his night, right? He didn't think, oh, it was his fucking fault. They didn't pay for the buses back.
Anything but that. Yeah. He won't go there.
No, I mean that's good times, man. See,
I feel like
I want to be
Coachella
that.
is all bad. Last year, didn't they get trapped in mud or something? It was raining and they were stuck there for
No,
days, and then this time there's a bus issue?
that was Burning Man.
Oh, Burning Man. You're right. Okay.
Yeah,
Never
with the
mind.
piss jugs. They had
Yeah.
nowhere to pee.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I see. That's why Burning Man. Like, I don't want to do Burning Man.
Oh,
Well,
see, the chat said they assaulted 2 bus drivers. That's why the buses didn't. Of course they did. Why would we expect anything else?
Sounds about right.
what? I'm
Oh
shocked.
my God.
I'm clutching my pearls right now. And if you're listening to Apple Podcast, Spotify, or however you get your podcast, you would see me clutching my pearls at this moment. I going back to your coworker, who I think there's a theme of nobody probably likes that person. But
No,
like,
okay, so I have to tell you this, okay?
okay.
The guy is like really sweet. Like he's super nice guy. Like from the first
Oh.
moment that I started there, he's like really nice, right? And then I like made a comment to like the girl that I sit by and I was like, "Oh, she's like, how's it going out there?" I was like, "Oh, it's okay." I was like, except for like, he kind of made a weird comment. I was just kind of like thrown off by it. And she was like, "Yeah." She's like, "But he's really sweet." And I was just like,
Is
"Okay."
he though?
Just like I'm like, okay. Like I'm not gonna hate him or anything, but it's just like it's just such a weird thing to tell someone like so quickly. I was just like thrown off by it.
Well, I'm going to tell you this, and we can. I would love to know both your thoughts, and feel free to chime in with your thoughts in the chat too. A British woman who sued a former employer because she didn't get a farewell card found out in court that her colleagues did in fact buy her a card. It's just that hardly anyone signed it, according to a report. After her colleagues didn't present her with a farewell card on her last day of work, blank Conagan, this is a game, sued the International Airlines Group, her former employer, from 2019 until she was laid off in 2021 for failure to acknowledge her existence, a breach of equality law, according to The Guardian. What do you think her name would be?
Karen?
Ding, ding, ding. Rosie,
Yeah,
you're good.
it's gotta
You
be
still
Karen.
got it, dude. Karen. In court, Conagan's former colleagues testified that they did buy her card, but they didn't give it to her because only 3 people signed it. He believed it would have been more insulting to give her a card than not to give her a card at all. So
I think he's right.
here's the best part, and maybe this tells a story. Conagan brought a total of 40 allegations against IAG in her lawsuit, including sexual harassment, victimization, and unfair dismissal, but the court dismissed every claim, including the alleged breach of equality law, because they either did not happen or if they did, they were innocuous interactions in the normal course of employment, the judge said.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
So
he
you're
just shut her down, dude. Full stop.
Okay. Like, how can you not, like, once you leave the courtroom, you have to sit in your car and you're going to look at the rearview mirror and you're going to see yourself. And you're going to see yourself as the person who you sued because they didn't give you a farewell card, but they brought it to court, showed the receipts, and only 3 people signed it.
Oh my God, that's so fucking sad and
Dude.
pathetic.
Where do you turn from there? Yeah, this person doesn't have friends that she can go vent to. Like, this is tough.
Like, where do you possibly go to feel better? Because
She's gonna go home to her bathtub and maybe cut herself a few times.
Is that, or
I
she's
mean-
gonna go to a Wendy's and bitch out someone in the drive-thru. Dude. I think that's the only resort now.
yeah, well, I mean, like, we always talk about, like, like, work is a terrible place to be. I think we've all kind of like acknowledged, like, we would rather be doing X, Y, and Z rather than be at work. But you can choose to be someone that people would like to be around, or you can choose to be Karen, literally a Karen, and you've brought 40 allegations and lawsuits and claims against the place, and the judge is like, "Yo, this shit didn't happen."
Did they by chance post a picture of the card?
They
I'm
did not
curious,
post-
like what people wrote, if they just signed, like if it was a yearbook, or did they actually like write anything nice?
Only getting 3 is hard because I feel like working any place, if they're passing around a card, it'd be like, yeah, okay, whatever, and you'll just write like, hey, wish you
Right?
well,
Like
whatever.
you feel like obligated, right?
Yeah,
It's like
it's
who's
easy.
you must really be hated for that motherfucker to be like, next, I don't want to
Nah,
sign this shit. Give it
pass.
to somebody else.
Yeah, like you have to be a total piece of shit for me to just not be willing to sign the card. Because I think I don't know how many cards I've signed, and I don't really have a whole lot to say, but I'll just come up with something,
You will be missed. Okay, bye.
Yeah,
one of yeah
don't
one
be
of
a
the
stranger.
one of the submissions or the writings in the card was, "I will never forget you." Like, I mean, you're right, because like, even I don't know how you feel about this, but every time I get a card, I feel like I have to put my best foot forward in writing something in the card. Whether I've known you for 10 years or I've known you for 30 minutes, if you give me a card, there's a lot of pressure going into the message I'm writing.
Yeah, and it also matters like where you place it, where you squeeze in next to other stuff. I always try to find a page that already has some action so that mine doesn't really stick out. Because I
Me
know
too,
that my
that's
writing is not
exactly
my
me.
strength. Like I'm not gonna write some eloquent message in here. I need to hang off of something else.
You know what I
Or
do?
try to find the smallest spot so what you have to say isn't that big. It just
Yeah,
fits like right
but
perfectly there.
there was just this
Yeah.
space that I had to fill it up with 3 words. Sorry.
And you write TCCIC.
Exactly.
You remember that? Do you know what that stands for?
No, but I love
Take
acronyms.
care,
and just-
something.
Take care
Take
because I
care.
care.
Take care because I care.
Ooh.
Yeah. That, I wonder what yearbooks look like these days. Do they have these acronyms?
Do they still use those, or are they
Based-
just signing each
I-
other's iPads?
No, they have yearbooks. My girlfriend was talking to her little cousin the other day, and they were comparing yearbooks, and he had one, and he's like 18. So
And-
they're still producing these things. I wish I could see it though. That is a good question.
Yeah, there was TCCIC. There was I can't even remember any. That was the only one I remember because I'd see that in my yearbook. What are yearbook acronyms? In the chat.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, but that's not.
But that's not
yeah,
yearbook.
Yearbook acronyms.
I think it's like
Yeah, KIT.
KIT
what I would say.
is one. Well, see, you know what I do when I write in the space I'm looking for? I always tilt it to the side. So like, I make you not want to read it by turning your head or moving the card. So I always write in an angle.
This is all smart stuff. See all these tactics in combination. It's almost like, man, we should just not sign these fucking cards though. If we're going through all
what
these.
is Hags? Have a great summer.
Ooh, you nailed it. It's
Ooh.
gotta be.
Hags.
That's so high school, you know. Have a great summer. Like it's just you're just talking about the summer. You don't even know all the other stuff that's coming. You know what I mean? You sign these senior yearbooks. You're never gonna see these fucking people again.
Yeah.
I should have taken more time writing yearbook messages because I had so many good friends in high school that I signed their yearbooks that I have not seen since, you know, Magic Mountain or whatever we went for senior night, you know? And it's
Yeah.
kind of crazy. I wonder, I should look at my yearbook. This is really bringing back a lot of memories.
Yeah. Never change. I mean, I understand the sentiment of never change, but like, I mean, Karen should change.
Some people take that to heart and they really just don't change,
I know.
you know?
Well,
They just they read that and they're like, okay,
you're like, damn, I have it like that, huh? I
I'm
should
just gonna
never
do
change.
this forever. I'm perfect.
I'm gonna be that. I'm gonna be that guy forever.
I'm never leaving this town. I'll be here.
Yeah. I googled. I don't know what else there is for signatures. What were some popular ways to sign someone's yearbook at the end of the year? Oh, here's a good one. I remember girls would sign every boy's book with the number 2, cute, to be forgotten. No, with numbers.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
How about this one? This is a good one. This is actually something. Stay cool.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember that
These aren't
one.
in yearbooks though. This is just this is shit that I'm putting in someone's card at work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, 6 months ago. Hey, stay cool, man.
Yeah.
Great, you know, whatever. Good luck wherever you're going.
I've never used this one, but this has got some traction. LYLAS, Lilas.
Love you
I love
like-
you so much. Love you so
Close.
much.
Love you like a sister.
That's what I was
Oh.
thinking. This. I found a list as well. 40 stereotypical things to write in your book. Number
Okay.
7. You guys ready for this? I wish
Hit
I
me.
could have known you better, but you seem like a really great person. What the fuck is that? That's not stereotypical. That's just like a sentence. Who says
Yeah.
that? This is written by AI. It's got to be.
And what's another one?
Oh, number 18. This is a good one. Packing up the dreams God planted in the fertile soil of you.
What?
All right, dude,
Yo,
like-
you need to erase this, dude. Go find some fucking whiteout. You ruined my yearbook, you creep.
I know. I'll never. I will always remember this girl for doing this, and I didn't appreciate this at all. And if you're listening to this podcast, I hope you know she didn't like her picture. So what she did was she took a Sharpie in my yearbook and crossed out her picture.
God. Imagine being so self-conscious.
I know. Like, I was like, dude, like I didn't give you permission to do that. Like, what the fuck was that? Like, it's not like I looked at her and I'm like, oh my god, she's so hot, or I thought she was hideous. I was like, dude, that's fucking my yearbook. Why
I
would
wasn't
you do
even
that?
gonna look at you in this book.
Yeah,
But
let
now
me
you did
deface
this.
it. Yeah, let me
You
deface
should
it.
find her Instagram and go comment on her picture. I wish I had your confidence.
Yeah.
Like those body positivity
Yeah.
comments that people leave.
You're so brave.
You're so brave.
I love body positivity. That's so good. Speaking of body positivity, Halloween's around the corner, guys. Are you um do you have any like big Halloween candy that you're really into?
No.
I usually get a bag. Well, when you say you're into, do you mean like into giving them away or like just to eat them? Because
No,
I'm
to
into
eat.
candy to eat, but I don't really care what I give away.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You don't. Okay, let's talk about what you eat.
yeah, I like the mix-up bags, but I'm very particular about them. So I usually look at all the ones they have, and they can't have any like shitty candies like Mounds. Anything with Mounds, I'm not buying this combo bag. Not happening. Mm-mm.
I'm not a huge candy person. I like white chocolate and like high chews.
Hi,
You're
high
gonna
chews are
find that
actually
in a Halloween bag.
nah, dude.
Yeah,
High
I
chews like
know.
too classy.
Don't do that.
I know.
You gotta go to the nice part of town to get high chews in your trick or treating.
And you give those away, and people think they're like weirdo, cheap stuff from Food for Less or something. And you're like, no, these are legit. These are foreign, baby.
Well,
Just
okay,
don't know.
let's see if we.
Mark, you should be the saw thing with your little bike.
I could be.
Yeah.
Ring my bell.
Yeah, put on a little suit.
I mean, shit, maybe. I don't know. Top 10 Halloween candies by the nation. And let's see if you guys agree with this. Number 10, Butterfinger.
Sorry, what? I was reading something in the chat and I didn't hear what you just said. What are you doing?
Number 10, Butterfinger. It is the most.
top 10.
This is top 10 national Halloween candy for the year
Butterfinger
2024.
deserves to be in the list, I think.
Let's see. What is this person? Yeah, are you reading the chat too?
Yeah, I'm reading. I was like, and then you started saying that. We'll get to that later.
Yeah,
The chat.
I guess so.
You go. I mean,
Any thoughts on Butterfinger?
I mean, I guess it's popular.
I think it's highly underrated. I think people
Yeah.
sleep on Butterfingers.
I think
I
Butterfingers
do
are rich.
too.
It's hard to eat.
I'd rather
one.
eat that than a Reese's, to be honest.
Whoa, no. Hold up now.
All right, well,
Reese's is like top 3 for me, dude. That's difficult. Anyway, that's okay. Everybody likes different stuff.
I don't like this number 9 Hershey's mini bar.
Nah, see, that's
Mm-mm.
That's basic, dude.
boring.
You couldn't get any more basic than a Hershey mini bar. Hershey's are fine, but it's not a top 10 candy.
Yeah, those are like top 10 simply because they get bundled in with everything else. But like, if I had to put it in my, no, it's not getting in top 10.
They have good representation, right? Because they're in every fucking bag of candy.
Yeah,
You open an assorted mix, it's always Hershey mix, like candy bars in there.
but that's like the Fritos that they throw in the fun size bags. You know, you got your Cool Ranch, you got hot Cheetos. You know, maybe you got something else good, and you got like Fritos corn. And I'm like, ah, fuck, dude. Well, they're in
Speaking
there.
of that, the chips, who the fuck likes original Lay's? Why is that even sold?
I think it's for like old people.
Who
Like
eats
just regular potato chips?
just regular original Lay's? It's not. It's not. It's not salt and vinegar. It's not lightly salted. It's not kettle cooked. It's just original Lay's. Who eats that? shit?
I feel like that's like a party chip because people don't know what people like, so they buy those.
Yeah,
Right? Because it's like you can't really buy salt and vinegar for a party because not a lot of people like
that's
salt and
gonna
vinegar
feed
chips.
like 10%. Yeah, nobody's eating that. They're okay, but it's just like they're a little boring. I think for me, I've moved on. I think I used to like Lay's when I was first getting into chips, but then I kind of leveled up. You know,
Were you 4? Because that's how it is. Like if
Yeah.
you're 4 years old, I get it. Sure.
I would get Lay's when I was like going to Subway when I was like with my dad after school. You know, and I didn't. Know
I like
what was
those
up.
I like those really disgusting Ruffles. I call them the vomit chips because they stink.
Which ones are?
They're
Which
they're like
Ruffles?
the super cheddary cheesy ones.
Oh, I love
Oh.
that shit.
The queso ones. Have
Yeah.
you guys tried those? When you open
No.
the bag, it smells like vomit. So I call them like
Mm.
vomit chips, but they're good.
Well,
I would not
it's-
buy those. See, that would turn me off. That's
I
not
want to
the
know
problem.
who. I want to know who like who enjoys original Lay's, and I want to know who buys the brown Listerine.
That is a good
Oh,
question.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Who are these people?
Like there's when you look at Listerine, you see there's the blue one, you know, it's Aqua Fresh or like Spearmint, and then if you see the green, like the green one, it's some kind of like Cool Breeze. But when you get brown, what the fuck flavor is brown?
You know what though? There's people out there that just buy things in flavors we don't understand. For instance, people eat fruit gum. I'm looking at you, DJ Buzz. Let's go Dodgers, though.
Fruit gum. Oh, you mean like fruity stripes, like with a zebra on
Fruit-flavored
it?
gum. Like they'll get Trident, but it's like strawberry mango splash, and I'm like, nah, I can't do this. So maybe that person also likes.
I was gonna
Lay's.
say fruit gum is pretty tasty.
Oh, see, they're
Well, it's-
everywhere.
Like who doesn't like a Bubblicious every once in a while? What do you mean?
I'm not gonna buy a Bubblicious and like put that in my car to like when I need gum. Like
That's-
gum is like serves a purpose for me.
That's interesting because when I get gum, it's to clean my breath. It's not
Yeah.
to eat a fucking fruit smoothie.
I never
Exactly.
have gum, but if I do get it, like maybe once a year, yes, I'm gonna swallow it because it tastes delicious.
Oh no! Oh my gosh!
You swallow gum.
Treat
Yeah,
yourself. Once a year, you can swallow some gum. That's probably fine.
The Magic School Bus fucked me on that one because like I remember like when Arnold swallowed gum and they're like, look, it's going through his tract for 7 years. And it's like,
What's the one with the baseball guy on it? That shit's good. The
Big
grape
League
flavor.
Chew.
Yeah,
Big
that
League
shit's
Chew.
bomb.
Is good. That
Yes,
is good.
that
That's
is
true.
very good.
But it's different than being like, "Hey, does anybody want some gum?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah," and then you hand me a banana something. And I'm like, "Oh nah, never mind."
numbers. Oh, here's number 8, Hershey Kisses. That's another default
Dude,
candy.
whack. Yeah.
Number 7, this one will divide anybody. Candy corn.
Okay.
Ugh,
this
no,
is
fuck
this
that.
this is not real.
I love candy corn.
No, you don't. That's not something people say.
Yeah,
But I
that's,
do
that's
like
not a
it.
real statement. You're lying.
No, I'm not even playing devil's avocado here. I am eating candy corn. If you give me candy corn, I'm eating the
I
shit out
think
of
you
candy.
should
corn.
eat
Ew.
some live on the show to prove that you're not lying because I don't believe you.
Bro, like that, 100%. I will bring candy corn and eat that shit and enjoy it. It has this fake waxy taste that tastes like marshmallows, but they're not
Yeah.
quite marshmallows. I like them.
I mean, look,
where's
I can
my-
eat like one. I'm like Rosie. I can have like one piece of candy corn a year, and I'm like, okay, and that's it.
I don't know. Like
My teacher-
in the chat, someone says gum gets digested like everything else. I don't believe it. I saw Magic School Bus. Number 6, hot tamales.
No.
No, that's just like candy corn, just a different flavor.
Now, hot tamales are
It's
not
the
good.
same fucking texture though. It's the same shit. It's made
What are
out of the
those-
same exact stuff.
What are those ones that are like hot tamales, but they come in a bunch of different colors? Are they Dum Dums?
Are you thinking of Mike and Ike's?
Yeah, Mike and Ike's.
Oh, it is Mike and Ike's, but I'm thinking of something else. They're like chunkier, little cute. Almost
Those
like
are
little
Dum Dums.
cones.
Yeah.
Dum Dums, right?
Yeah.
Man, this
Wait.
is bringing me back.
Are Dum Dums different than Dots?
Dum Dums are not. Dum Dums are little lollipops. So what are these
Oh,
candies
lollipops.
that I'm thinking?
Oh,
of?
then it's probably Dots then.
Do you remember, dude? I love Dots, but like the fact that it would
Oh,
get
it's
caked into your
Dots.
teeth.
It is
yeah,
Dots,
yeah,
huh?
they
Yeah.
get
Get-
stuck.
And I was like, and it would drive me crazy, but like, it was the perfect thing because I'd eat all the sugar and it would keep me busy. So then I would have to like dig into my teeth to get it out. I love that. That was actually pretty fun.
Yeah, I'm looking. I want some Dots, and they don't even taste good, to be honest. But I want a box of Dots now.
Number 5, Starburst.
That's great. Yes,
Number 4, Skittles.
I don't really like Skittles.
Have you heard the fact that different color Skittles don't taste different?
I think they're all the same flavor, right?
That's what that was like the thing I heard.
I heard that
recently.
on somewhere like 3 weeks ago.
They're just a different color.
Yeah,
Like,
but I feel like they do taste different.
I don't know.
I think they do too.
I haven't had Skittles in a really long time though. It's funny when you become an adult, you just things that you don't like, you just don't ever have them anymore because you don't need to. You know, I haven't had a Skittle in I don't know how long. I just don't.
Yeah, there was a time when I was like, I like Skittles, and then I didn't think that would be the last time I ate a Skittle.
Yeah.
It's like, who would have known this is the last time I said goodbye to you?
As
I
they
didn't know
say,
that.
it's like there will be a day when you pick up your child and put them down and you never pick them back up again. Same thing as Skittles, you know? There's a day when you just never pick up another bag of Skittles.
That should be their tagline, honestly.
No.
because
It's fucking depressing, dude.
yeah, we're gonna get all nostalgic and we're gonna be rushing through. It's gonna be like toilet paper. You can't find that shit because we're all crying in a line.
Everybody needs to get one bag at least, you know?
In one bag because
That's
it's not the last time. It's not the last time. Number 3, Sour Patch Kids.
I guess. I like Sour Patch Kids, though. That's fine.
I do. Number 2, Reese's Cups.
Fuck yeah. Well deserved.
I thought
Exactly.
that that would be number one.
Number one, drum roll, please. M&M's.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
Peanut M&Ms, right? The yellow bag.
It just says M&M's.
regular M&Ms are kind of gross.
Again, it's like, why would I eat the regular ones? That I'm not here for that. Same thing with Hershey's Kisses or Hershey's Classic. It's got to be like a good Mr. Goodbar, or peanut M&Ms.
Peanut M&Ms are goated in the movie theater because I dump them in the popcorn and then I put butter on it.
You really do that. I've seen you do this.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I
Did
don't
you-
like that. He did that once when we went to the movies, and I put my hand in the popcorn, and it was all
Fucked up the
fucking full of
popcorn.
chocolate and shit.
Yeah. Then now that we have bad M&Ms, they're all melted and ugly, messed up popcorn. They're
Have you not had trail mix? Mix is delicious.
there's
I'm
no
making you
popcorn
trail
in
mix, but you're getting the saltiness.
Yeah, I guess there's just an important distinction there. I think but I get it.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of a fan of it. Like, well, obviously, because both of you have had movie experiences with me, and I do that shit.
So, is there a candy you think is missing from that list, you guys, from your own personal candies? What do you think is missing from that? Like, if we're just topping a top 10 candy, maybe not Halloween, whatever. Like, just
I like the cookies and cream candy bar, but it's not on that list at all. And
White
I
chocolate
see those
stuff.
a lot. I
Mhm.
see those a lot during Halloween, though.
yeah.
You know, Hershey's cookies and cream, right?
Yeah.
That's good. This list can go fuck off because it's
Yeah.
missing the most important chocolate of all time, and that's Twix.
I was gonna say Twix. Yeah, Twix is
Was
so
Kit Kat on there?
good. Kit Kat is also missing. Even like
Mhm.
Whoppers are missing, which is like a big Halloween one. I feel like I get so many Whoppers around Halloween time.
I thought I was the only one
Snickers
that
in
liked
the chat.
Whoppers.
True.
See,
Yeah, Whoppers are weird.
They feel like they're old. They all feel like they're old. Like I feel like anytime I've had a Whopper, it's like a year old.
It's from like 1994.
Yeah.
it takes me back to when Clinton was in office. It's great.
I
love
honestly
it.
think
It's a
Whoppers are
flashback.
aged like in a barrel somewhere, like whiskey, and then eventually they bring them out.
Mm.
That does bring me back to like elementary school though, the Whopper.
You know what? I will say I think Snickers are overrated.
Really?
I think so.
Wow.
They had the best advertising. Hungry, why wait?
Yes.
And it's like this whole thing. Snickers are like the Foo Fighters to me, which is I try to like it and like once in a while I'll enjoy it, but if I get it into like the deep cuts of it, I'm not enjoying it. I don't like Snickers as much.
You know what candy bar I think is good that like I never hear about? The whatchamacallit.
Whatchamacallit
I love
slaps,
that one.
dude.
Yeah, it's good, but it's like I never hear anybody talk about it. It's never on a candy list either.
Yeah, it's always at the gas station. And then you always look at it, you're like, next time.
Wait,
I'll be back for you.
are you guys fucking with me? Or is
Wait.
there a candy called a whatchamacallit?
No, there's a
Yes, there's a candy
Oh,
called
I
a
thut you were just like
whatchamacallit.
joking and like
No,
oh yeah,
it's really good too. It's a good candy
You're
bar.
telling me there's a candy bar called a whatchamacallit. I'm not just gonna Google this and feel like a dumbass.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
is.
How do you even spell it?
Just put what and then CHA. It's
Oh, I found
whatchamacallit. Yeah, you have to really whatchamacallit.
I have literally never seen this in my life.
What? It's everywhere.
I've never
It's there.
seen this. I think this is such a like generic looking wrapper that I just assume it's like this looks like a trail mix bar or something to me.
Nah, that shit slaps, dude. That's a really good one.
Whatchamacallit. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is in here?
It's like
Chocolate,
everything.
Peanut
I
I don't
cream.
know.
nougat.
It's good.
Caramel.
It's really good.
All right,
You know
I'll
what's
try
one
this.
thing that's also slept on that no one talks about, and I really think it deserves its shine, and eventually it will. It's like, you know when like we look back, a perfect example is this actually is the prequel to Star Wars. At the time, everyone fucking hated it and shitted on it, and they all like, man, this movie's fucking stupid. And then now, recently, we're all having this whole thing of like, Christian Haydenson was the best. We love him. And we all have these rose-colored glasses, and we're kind of like giving it the respect that it should have probably always had, but everyone's like course correcting. The equivalent to that is the Heath bar.
No.
The Heath bar is fucking good, dude.
I don't
Heath
think
is
so
dope.
either.
No.
Dude,
I'm
Heath
not
bar.
gonna agree with
Wait,
you on
please
this
No.
plead
one.
your case for Heath Bar right now. What is it that you like about it?
Dude, it's the perfect like crispiness to it, and like, it's no frills. Like the Kit Kat is nice and crispy, but it's like it's a little bit more firm and it has a little give to it, and it just tastes fucking good. It just tastes so
I
good.
thought you were gonna say 100 grand or those ones that say like skull on them or something. I don't remember what it's called. You know what I think is slept on is Payday. You like Paydays?
Yeah, I think that one's better than a Heath bar.
Yeah, I think Heath
No,
bars
no,
are
no,
like
no,
feels
no,
like
no.
a geriatric ice cream bar as well. There's a lot of them that just feel like same with 100 grand. I feel like that's there with the
Honestly,
great
that's what I was
coupon.
thinking too. I'm like,
Yeah.
old people like Heath bars.
I'll be
No,
like Heath bars.
yeah, it's gonna come around. This time next year, I'm gonna start the push for Heath bars. We're gonna put this in the top.
We should have
10.
made we should make a pyramid or something and rank candy because I think this is a fun Halloween thing. Maybe next time, but
Yeah.
one candy that I want to just put in the gutter forever, and nobody talked about it, but I'm looking at a picture of a 7-Eleven chocolate bar area now just to go through everything. Three Musketeers are dog shit, and I think they should just not be made anymore. I think that one.
I don't like those either.
And there's another like green swirly one that was like Three Musketeers, and I don't see them anymore. I don't think they exist anymore.
No.
Do you remember
Three
that?
I feel like every time I eat a Three
called?
Musketeer, like my mouth is having some kind of weird like stroke. It's because it's airy inside, and you
Yeah.
expect it to be dense, and then, like because it's missing something, your mouth just tingles when I eat it.
I know what the other one was that I think is terrible. Milky Way. I think it's the same thing as Three Musketeers.
Yeah, it's the same texture. It's
Those
the exact
suck.
same thing. Yeah.
I'm gonna push back on that one. I like Milky Ways.
You like Milky Way, but you don't like Three Musketeer? Who are you, dude?
Yeah, because Milky Way has the option for dark chocolate. Like Three Musketeers is just Three Musketeers.
Milky Way
There's
has
no-
a stripe of caramel in it too, which I think
Yeah.
helps. Actually,
See, the problem with Payday is we're just eating a bag of peanuts. Like that's all.
yeah.
That's all it is.
they're
And then there's
bound together by whatever that is.
by a caramel stick.
Yeah, something.
Like that's why I'm not calling it. Like you can call it a Payday, whatever you want. It's not a candy bar, dude. You're just tricking me into eating the trail mix bar.
I think you can tell that like whatever they're doing at they're just starting to cook at these candy places now because they're coming up with really weird shit. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I went to the store the other day and they have a big cup Reese's cup now where it's a cup but it's like an inch and a half tall and it's like 600 calories for one. It's just one.
Yeah,
Big
it's like
ass
the
cup.
giant cup.
It's
Yeah.
insane, dude. Yeah, they have that. Everything comes in white chocolate now, like all the colors. They're getting desperate. I'm telling you.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Well,
I
I
don't
mean, now I want to.
Sometimes they're good. I tried like a blueberry Kit Kat bar that was like limited and I thought it was okay.
Yeah, they had some lemon ones. There were I found a bag of lemon Kit Kats in my lobby, and I just took them home. Like whatever, I'm gonna try these. They were not good, but I'm glad I tried.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I don't know why all the Asians that like the countries in Asia have the good versions of like the chocolate that's like all exotic, like the green tea Kit Kats.
Oh, those are so good.
Well,
Oh
why-
yeah, the raspberry Kit Kats.
Like, why the fuck do? Why are we
You
stuck
can
eating
buy
Three
you can buy
Musketeers?
them here. They're just gonna cost you a bit to get them here.
It's because it's imported at that point,
Yeah.
right? Fuck, man, it's. I don't
You
like
gotta drive
that,
to a
dude.
special part of town to get them.
When I was in the Philippines, we went to go buy tequila at some point. They had imported beer, and it was kind of like for like when you convert it to the Philippine peso, it was Budweiser. It was this weird world because like it was imported beer.
It was Budweiser, but it was like in a different can.
Yeah, it's in a different
imported.
country. It was just a standard 6-pack, and they charged more for it because it was imported beer. It was weird.
You're like, this is
Not
not this is not fancy, guys.
You're
What's
like,
going
sir,
on?"
can I have a 211?
I do like a Budweiser.
It's classic.
Well, I mean, it's that or it's like I mean, I'll tolerate it 805, but like I
was
do like
like,
a
huh?
Budweiser.
805?
Stupid.
805?
805, dude. Like the Firestone 805. That beer's pretty chill, but it's not my favorite. That's what it is. Well, hey Rosie, I think that's a good place to end. Rosie, where can they find you?
I'm streaming on Twitch again sometimes. My name is Cabby Pete on there.
Oh, look at you're back on Twitch, huh?
Yeah,
She's
if you're in
back.
the chat, follow my channel, okay? Thanks.
Put it in the chat, Rosie.
Here it is. Click me. Follow me.
And Victor, where can I find us?
You guys, we did it again. It's the end of the show. We are to live and talk in LA. You can find us every Wednesday live streaming at 7:30 p.m. on Twitch and YouTube. You can also find the recordings anywhere you get your podcast. Those come out on Fridays, so check it out. And then give us some love on social media. Give us a follow, guys.
Dude, for real.
We don't
Follow
post a
us.
whole lot, but follow us anyway.
Inspire us to post.
Yeah, we spread them out. It's good stuff.
Yeah, tag us in the story. Let them know you're listening to us, and then we'll post more, and we'll post to you, and we'll go through this whole cycle.
It's a two-way street, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
go ahead.
I got like 5 minutes left for Pillow Talks. If you're listening to the stream, if you're watching this on the stream, we'll stick around for a little bit. If you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, watch us live. You'll get a little extra content. Until then, we'll see you next week. Peace. Time flies when you're having fun, huh?
Yeah, it really did. That was a quick one.
Who would have thought that an hour and 20 just passed?
Rosie, now that we're here for Pillow Talk, we can get into the real stuff. What's up with that background? Do you play? Are you a Widow player, or do you just like to look at her?
No, I don't play Widow. I play Overwatch, but I don't play Widow often.
You know what? That's
You know,
what I
you
love
know, if you
about
play
Widow.
if you play Widow, they're just gonna tell you Widow switch because you're not putting enough damage in.
Yeah, because we actually suck. But I think that's a Overwatch player. Even if you don't play Widow, she's still on the wallpaper for reasons.
Yeah.
She's great.
No, dude. Yeah, no, we can do the power rankings of Overwatch ass.
You know what? And that would be a highly contested list because Overwatch, those designers, they need a good bonk. They're pretty horny over there.
Did you see they gave a sneak peek of the next Overwatch character and they took a picture of her feet?
They know what they're about, dude.
I
Do you still play Overwatch?
because I've been stuck at home, I was playing it I had like a couple nights where I was playing Overwatch, and apparently they fucked over Mercy, and I was like, all right, I'll still play. Like when you play into low ranks, like it doesn't
She's
really
still the
matter.
same.
Matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's when if I was playing in the Grandmaster ranks, yeah, I can see that making a big deal. But like I'm fucking playing gold and platinum at best.
No,
Like,
dude.
Oh, platinum
so
over
to-
here, so good.
It's so toxic on PC. I think my tank is gold, and I went into a comp match the other day, and my team was so bad. But of course, it was my fault, and they were just talking shit like at the end because the other tank on the other team was like really good because their team was good. So it's like, okay, yeah, they're getting kills because everybody on the team is good. My team was trash, and even my DPS was like, I'm sorry, like I'm not that great, blah blah blah. And then at the end, one of the DPS was like, don't ever queue for fucking tank ever again, tank. And then
Wow.
somebody else was like, yeah, never queue for tank. You're the worst tank ever. Tank L, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, oh my
Fuck
God,
you
dude, like,
guys.
are you guys for real? Like, I wanted to like talk shit back, but I'm just like, God, why do I play this game? And I just got off. I'm just like fucking defeated from this fucking toxic chat all the time.
well, that's
tough.
the toxic chat or the toxicity in PC is more prevalent because everyone has keyboards and they're quick to type.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
and they
It's a
talk the
inbox
most
insult.
shit. They never fucking shut the fuck up.
In Xbox and PlayStation, it's all voice chat, but no one's in the fucking public chat, so you don't really hear anything. And it takes too long to type out something. Like, so you can't really talk shit as proficiently as you could on the PC, which is what
Yeah.
it's the only thing I miss about PC is talking shit in a keyboard.
Well, hey man, you can come back anytime. I will
No.
help you. I'm just saying.
You know what when I played Rocket League on Xbox, I would open up the Xbox app on my phone and I would open up the keyboard so I could type messages on it. That's how I would type fast. I would use my phone.
Like, damn, this guy's good.
How is he typing
He
so
just told me to
fast?
kill myself in 2 seconds. What the hell?
Yeah, nice save, nice save.
I
Kill
got
yourself.
silenced for 2 weeks for cussing out a toxic teammate. I still can't. I'll check. Oh man.
Hey, you're doing
I-
God's work though.
That's happened to me before too.
I
Wait,
just
were you
cussed somebody out just the other day.
But what I started doing now when they talk shit to me and I don't talk shit back, I just report them for harassment and then they end up going away. A few weeks later, I'll get like a little thing like, thanks for reporting this person. We were able to take them off, blah, blah, blah.
That's how I know I'm getting
Yes,
old.
one-
People
one
cuss me
down.
out- people cuss me out. I just report them at the end of the game. Like, this guy's inappropriate.
There, there needs to be a line graph of like the times you yourself have used a report button, and then it's going to be like 0 up until you hit 29 or 30, and it's going to just exponentially jump up, and you're like, oh, dude, I've become old.
I'm
Like,
keeping this chat appropriate for everyone, dude. Okay, I'm the guardian, and I report
No, man.
everyone.
They low key be hurting my feelings. That last time when they were talking shit, I got off of my desk and I'm like, dude, like, is that a tear in my eye? Like, why am I letting this affect
I was
me
trying
so
really
bad?
hard.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the game's rated mature, but this game's for everybody.
It sucks when
This
you're
game-
really trying your best and people are still,
It
telling
sucks
you
when
you
I know
suck.
that I wasn't the problem and then they try to gang up on me. I'm like, dude, this guy literally just said he was shit. Like, he has like 1,000 damage, but I'm the problem. Like, hello, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah.
Dude, how about when you are the problem? You can't leave that game fast enough. You know, you're like,
Get me out of here.
I still talk
like,
shit,
you
dude.
You try to leave, and but you're gonna get the leave penalty early if you like leave before the screen loads. You're like, you gotta take that L in like real time, dude.
I like when I have a bad game and I'll find the guy who did the best and talk shit to him like he's the problem, and they just think I'm crazy. They're like, you have 2,000 damage. I'm like, fuck you, you didn't push early enough, like some meta thing, and we have fun. I get reported sometimes too.
No, so toxicity runs deep in your veins, dude.
It comes out sometimes, and I don't mean to. I've realized I'm pretty bad because some of my friends that are like, I started playing this new game called Deadlock, and I had a couple friends come on and play, and then they just never came back, and I'm like, what's up, man? Like, why don't you play it? And they're like, well, I don't know, I just don't want to like do bad and relearn something. And I'm like, I think that I'm giving them too much feedback. I'm giving them too much
Oh
suggestions.
no, you're that friend.
I don't want to be. I don't try to be mean. Now I just stop helping people altogether because I'm like, oh man, I think maybe I'm the problem. I can't tell. But I
It's
just want to
you.
succeed, dude. Yeah. This game isn't
You're like,
meta.
you want to play? No, we're okay.
Like, nah, I'm good right now. I'm like, damn, you're always good, dude. You never want to play anymore.
I get it, dude. It's don't do your best, do my best.
Yeah. See what I'm doing? Do that.
See how I'm getting all these kills? Do exactly what I'm doing, and then
Your
you'll be
score
better.
is the
You'll be great.
opposite of mine. What is happening over there?
Oh man, that I love a good gaming session where people start just like being toxic. I don't know. It's kind of like that was a good burp. It's just a lot of fun. It gets the blood going for me.
Mm-hmm.
I like when they're being toxic, but not to me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love to just fan the flames, just be like, ooh, going back and forth, but just leave me out of it.
Don't mention me by
I just
name.
want to make it worse. I don't want to be directly involved.
I remember one of my favorite lines I ever did was in Call of Duty, like back in the day, and I forgot what it was, but he was totally misreading my name because my gamer tag was Marquise, and like he just couldn't. He was like calling it Mackenzie or something like that, and I was like he couldn't read, and I was like, and then I just started calling him dyslexic, and that was really good.
You still remember it,
Yeah, I told him
living
I was
that.
like, dude, I was like, for $10 you'll sick my duck, and then we all laughed at him.
The guys
was a
remember.
real-
It's good times.
Yeah. Now, like he's still like he's driving right now, thinking about that line. He's like, nah, I don't like this guy. This is the worst.
He's probably still playing that damn game.
I know. He's like, he'll come back. Marquise will come back, and I'll get him. It's like the equivalent of fighting with your partner and driving or something, and they're like, I should have said this.
Missed my chance. I should have said this.
Yeah, like, can we recreate the fight, honey, so I can tell you the line that should have been it?
Sometimes it's good enough
always-
to just go back for it, dude. Just dredge it back up and start the fight all over again. Sorry, thought of something good.
Yeah, I mean, it was all for a purpose. That's all good. All right, well, I'm gonna call it because I'm gonna go eat dinner and bounce to show. Rosie, I had such a good time with you, girl.
Yeah, it was cool. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, you brought Sinfully back. Wow, like people came to see you, dude.
Yeah, we,
The
get
homies
we still
showed
have
up
10
here.
people here for Pillow Talk too. That's usually that's pretty good.
I know.
I'll take it.
It was nice talking to chat.
In the chat, crack
Hey,
yourself
guys.
open, and 805 for me, and we'll call it a day.
805. Me
That's
and
good.
Vic were both like, huh? What?
My wheels were turning like,
You've
It's
never
fine.
had an 805? It's a good beer.
No, I
Yeah.
love them. I just, that's not been in my my vocab, But I'll start calling it that at the bars.
Have you
I
not
think
been
that's
there
what
when
the
I ordered that?
pros. Yeah, I
pretty
remember
good.
you doing it at Islands, but I blocked it out, so it's all coming back. The
Oh, you're
805
tripping, dude.
experience. Anyway, yeah, we have half of Midsummer to watch. I put that on for my girlfriend and her dad who are here. He's here for the weekend, so
Oh, I'm sure
it's a
he'll
good
love
family
that.
movie. Yeah, we're having a good time. Anyways, so thanks guys. I will talk to you next week or talk to you
All
later.
Stream.
right. See